Okay, everybody. So, welcome back. This is Ian once again from Mindful Marketplace and a tiny product library. I'm recording this today in response to a bunch of folks who've sent me questions over the last couple of weeks with respect to CARRD. Folks who've been wondering ostensibly where most of the CARRD content that I created has gone. And as a bunch of you know, I actually, uh, you know, privatized a lot of the content that I've recorded over the last couple of years on CARD, just to be fair to folks in our private community. Nonetheless, I decided rather than answering everybody and the questions that have been coming in individually, I would just record some short updates that hopefully will be helpful to those of you who've had these questions. So the first thing was, again, and I'm just going to paraphrase this, but this was with respect to duplicating or using CARD templates multiple times. You can see I do that all the time. So yes, the answer is absolutely. I'm just looking at the bottom of this CARD account, but you can see this and this and this are all the same, right? As is this and this. So essentially what I'll do is I'll take a CARD template that converts well, and I'll just duplicate it and then change the content. So the same thing here, you can see, let's go up a little bit. You can see here, like for a while, I was doing a lot of review style landing pages for affiliate products that I recommend. In this case, this was for Circle and still is for Circle, although I don't really do much promotion for Circle anymore. I still have an ongoing affiliate relationship, a partnership with them that pays me monthly on folks that I recommend check out Circle for building a community or cohorts or courses, etc. So I want to actually dive into this a little bit more closely because there are a couple questions that are bundled into these two templates. So let's open this up here, and this is what the template looks like. This is one of my favorite landing pages that I've built on CARD. Again, this is a template that I originally purchased, I believe, and just made modifications to. It's certainly, if I didn't purchase it, I got it for free. I certainly didn't design this myself because I'm a design dum-dum and couldn't have done that without somebody else doing the heavy lifting first. But you can see this is what it looks like. And the question that I got was with respect to a couple things. So one, this is an embed. It's an embedded Substack form, right? So you can see this is a tiny book on Substack, which is an experimental Substack that I'm playing with, that I've kind of just sort of, I'm not so sure if this is the right avenue for our newsletter. You can go to a tinybookabout.com, and really you can go to our course community, which is here, which is, has much more of our tiny book content. But the question was one with embed. So this is actually an embedded Substack, post carousel, for lack of the right word. The question that really was most salient over the last couple of weeks is using CARD to sell products. So you can see this big form, which I've just duplicated a shit ton of times for different projects, converts great, as you would imagine it would, right? I mean, this is really bold, really, kind of, it stands out, it's prominent, it's positioned at the very top of the template. And I'm going to show you, and again, this was a question with respect to moving these CTAs around the page. I'm going to show you a different template that I've done that, right? So if you click on buy now here, you'll see it links to our tiny, community, our course community, which is here, right? I'm not going to show too much there because there's people's names and I don't want to be, violating people's privacy. But here's a similar example of the same template duplicated again, right? And you can see here, and this is actually a sign up form. Actually, let's go back into this and I'll show you a better view. So again, this is you can change the price here. You can change where this links here. And again, for the purposes of answering this question, which again is pretty frequently asked with email marketing being so popular now, newsletters, paid newsletters, Substack newsletters, button down newsletters, Beehive newsletters, right? Folks who want a higher converting landing page for their newsletter. This is the way to do it, right? You go right into this section here. You can see this is already set up via button down for me, right? But you may not use button down. Button down is a great alternative to Substack and Beehive. They don't, it's fee based, but they don't charge a fee for transactions. So if you have clients in particular who want to build a newsletter and they're thinking about Substack and they think they have a decent shot at building something significant, button down's a much better option because they take no money from the newsletter, right? I mean, Substack takes 10%, which means if you're doing something as simple as $2,000 a month, you're losing $200 to Substack, where button down charges a fee of $29 or so for the first, tier of subscribers. They take no money. They're actually a beautifully designed service as well. You can see their landing page here is beautiful. They got tons and tons of enthusiastic clients like myself, but still, this is the piece where you sign up, and here are all of the various newsletter marketing services that your clients can use and that you can actually integrate right from there, which again is a fantastic alternative to something like Substack or Beehive. I mean, Beehive is right here too, but Flowdesk, etc. All you can build a much better landing page using CARRD, and then all of these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 different one-click integrations with CARRD that make building an email list, as you can see, really, really easy. All right, and you can duplicate this form here. Like I can actually have this form multiple times on my page if I wanted. Let's go back to this one here because I think that this one is the different one. This one is different, right? So this one doesn't have that high converting form at the top. You can see it's going to be down below, I think, anyway. It's right here, right? So this is something for therapists. Again, this is just a template. The live site actually is designed, with real content, obviously. All right, but here is the link to buy something. In this case, this is just a buy me a coffee page, which you don't need to look at because it's really not active. And this here, again, it's the same thing where you would add your newsletter subscription, or again, for clients, because that's really the questions that people are asking is about their clients. All right. So, you would just add your client's email address, like, or I'm sorry, not their email address. That's not true. You would add the newsletter that they're using, the service that they're using to power their newsletter in that spot, which makes, again, building a newsletter very, very easy with any of those 14 services that we just looked at, right? Right here, you can change this to a contact form. You can make it a custom form. You put the API key there, and you're ready to rock and roll. All right. If they have a Beehive account, you put the API key there, publication ID there, and here's where you would redirect folks post sign up, right? So you can see here, I have this set up to redirect to our Gumroad store, which is here. All right, all this is very easy to do in CARRD. And it's a great alternative to something like Framer, which I love as well, and we're using quite extensively now for ourselves and recommending to clients. But CARRD ultimately is much easier to use for a dum dum like myself, who's not a designer and kind of wants an easy and hyper integrated tool that allows me to scale with a lot of speed. Teach what you know, do what you love, wake up the world with your work. If you're interested in joining our agency incubator program, it'll be available to new people on the 1st, I believe. What's today, 26th? So that's like 5 days away. Send me an email or click on any of the links below. If you have questions, again, I've committed to answering people directly who have asked me questions via email, even if you're not clients, simply because I've taken so many of the old videos down that I don't, in fairness, want people to feel penalized or punished if they've, kind of bookmarked my CARRD content and have enjoyed it, and all of a sudden they find it's not here. Okie doke. Thank you again, as always, for watching. I appreciate you. Have a wonderful day, and feel free to reach out if I can be of any help. Thanks.